Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you? Introduce myself. My name is Mulianti. In this video, I want to share with you some English words with silent letters in them. Okay, if there is a question, what are silent letters? The answer is silent letters are letters that appear in the spelling of words but don't make a sound. Okay, there are some rules to use in the silent letter. Okay, let me explain one by one. Okay, the first letter we learn is the letter A. Now, letter A can be silent, especially in words that end in A-L-L-Y. Like this, romantically, musically, logically. Okay, next is the rule for letter P. The letter P will always be silent if it follows the letter M, like climb, crown, lamb, tam, down, plumber. The letter B is often silent before the consonant T. So, for example, like satu, teeth, and tongue. Okay, now the letter C. The letter C is more silent when it comes after the letter S. Like in this very common example, like muzzle, scissors, facet, scene, and scenario. So, that's the silent C. Okay, now we move to the letter T. The letter T can also be silent. For example is Wednesday, handsome, and sandwich. So, NAT can be very quiet, not quite silent, but very quiet in front of a G. Like in this example, each, knowledge, bridge, and hedge. So, you can be sure that if the letter T and G are combined, it produces each. Okay. Well, we move on to the letter E. So, the letter E can be often silent at the end of a word. Example, clue, bag, and test. Although the letter E may be silent, it can affect the pronunciation of the vowel sound before it. Okay, let's take the example. Hope, hope, sit, side, heat, high, sleep, slide. Okay. If the E is the final letter in the word but is the only vowel sound, then it needs to be pronounced be like he, she, and we. Okay. E can also be silent at the end of past regular verb, which are any et, but they are not always pronounced. Okay, like this sample: looked, asked, played, pack, and wrap. Well, next up is the letter G. The words are sign, champagne, design, foreign. In the combination, GH can also be silent when it comes after a vowel sound, like dog, high, light, daughter, and bright. Now the letter H. the letter H is often silent when following the letter W, like this example: watch, when, why, and vessel, and usually not pronounced at the beginning of a word, like honest and hour. Okay, and sometimes the H is not pronounced when it's followed any of these three letters, like C, G, and R. Let's check the words: choir, echo, ghost, rhythm, and rhyme. Next is the letter I. The letter I is not usually silent. It's usually pronounced, except in the word business. Well, notice the letter K. A K is not pronounced with is come before an N, like this: knife, no, knee, knock, not, knowledge. Okay, now let's look at the letter L, like could, should, talk, walk, yoke, have, calf, and salmon. So this makes it easier. Okay, next, then the letter M. Usually the letter M is always pronounced, so we don't need to discuss that. Okay, next, now the letter N. Let's look at some example. Them, autumn, him, and color. Okay, next, the letter P can also be silent in the words like receipt, psychology, and psycho. Okay, P will be silent if he is next to H, and together P and H can often mean an F sound, like in this example: paragraph and telephone. Now the letter R. The letter R is not silent in American English, but it can be in British English and Australian English. Okay, check it out this example, like butter, butter. Okay, now and it can also be silent, and the words are like island, debris, and aisle. Now the letter T can be a silent, like in the example: listen, castle, castle, ballet, soften, garment, asthma, and virtue. Now the letter U can also be silent. Example of really common English word like this: guitar, guilty, tag, guard, colleague, and case. It's also not usually pronounced in at first, like beautifully, wonderfully. The last is the letter W. The letter W is silent when it sits at the start of a word before the letter R, like wrong, reads, right, and wrong. It's also not pronounced in these common words, like who, whoever, how, to, sword, and answer. Okay guys, these are some words about silent letters that I have explained to you. I hope you enjoy with my video. So thank you very much for attention. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.